Had to set up a whole nother live. Why it's always some bullshit? It's always something. Oh, maybe I interrupted the energy. I don't know. Maybe it was me. All right, y'all. Hopefully that's better. Okay. We good now. We good in the neighborhood. All right. Now we can start this list up. These 23 hours ago. And then they got the nerve to make it public. I didn't put it public. This shit confusing the hell out of me. Hold on. You know, I'm just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. We should be good now. Okay. So I had, I know I saw Diamond in here. I saw Cheyenne, Wame. Who else was in here? I think I saw Ari. But that's if she come back. All right. In a second, I'm about to just do a general collective. I don't think I've done one of those in a while. Did I do a reading for the month of? I don't even think I did a. Maybe what we can do, we could do a general collective reading for the month of June. Maybe we could do that. And see what, you know, spirit guides got to say about what's to come. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a general collective reading for the month of June 2025 and see what the overall energy is, what you guys can expect collectively, you know, what transits, you know, we're going through energetically right now. And then depending on how much time we have left, I'll open the floor for free readings. If you're new here, don't forget to go ahead and like this video for me and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified on all the times that I post and go live. And yeah, I didn't list it in the description yet, the description of this video yet, my information, but I am open for personal readings, okay? So if you would like a personal reading, you could probably click on, you could actually click on my description box under my profile, and it'll have my information there, okay? You can reach out to me for a personal reading. You can also check the community board. You might have to scroll down a little bit, but you will see my price list there as well, and also how you can get in contact with me, okay? But yeah, let's see what's going on. What's going on in the collective? Thank you, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest pure white light. I love you so, so much and appreciate your assistance with tonight's readings. What is the general message? What is the most important message for the collective right now? What do we need most right now? Okay, what are y'all telling me to start with? They just showed me the release card in my third eye. So we'll see if that comes out. Okay. Y'all, I can't make this the fuck up. It says release and let go. I love when they fucking do that. I love when they do that, especially on live, because y'all know I'm not making this shit the fuck up. Okay, release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. This is the first step to achieving that. So, if you believe that you are stuck, it's an illusion. That's what I'm getting from that. This feels like the universe has completely cleared out something for you. This could be like a karmic loop you've been stuck in, or even like a belief about yourself. You know, whether this is like a projection that you've been consuming from other people, or just maybe taking things too personally as well, and like taking on the burden of other people, the pressure of other people, and making it your own problem or making it your own story. You know, be careful of like the stories that you're telling yourself, any illusions that you're creating in your reality about yourself and about the people around you, because it feels like you're being placed in a position, you're actually being protected right now. I did a reading like this the other night. I didn't record it. I audio recorded it. I didn't video record it. But in that reading, it was saying that somebody was surrounded, right? It was the page of Wands energy, right? So the page of Wands energy to me is somebody who's very creative, you know. They could be very spontaneous in their moves. They're very open-minded to the possibilities. You know, this is somebody who's ready to start something new, you know, begin something new, or somebody who's just discovering themselves, maybe getting familiar with their identity, discovering what they're passionate about. So this is the energy that you should be embodying right now, or that you have been embodying, probably more than likely towards like the second half of the month of May. You may have been feeling that energy very heavy. You've been feeling a need to change something about your life. Maybe you don't know what that is just yet, but you feel a shift. You feel like something is coming, you just can't see it yet, right? And I feel like there's a shield of protection around you at this time, because something really amazing is coming in. This could be even like a download that you're going to receive, right? Something might just hit you out of nowhere, and it's like, dang, why didn't I see that way? Why didn't I look at this situation that way? Or dang, I've been doing it the hard way the whole time, and I could have just did X, Y, and Z and have been to my goal by now, you know, or could have achieved something by now. But you need to know that everything happens in perfect divine timing, okay? So whatever it is that you've been stressed out about, or like going back and forth about in your mind, you need to release it, let it go, and allow the universe to work in your favor right now, because that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And what's going to come in right now are a lot of distractions. There's going to be a lot of people coming in to try to distract you from this vision that the universe is trying to give you at this time. It feels like a vision. It feels like the universe is pulling you back so you can see the bigger picture here. So I'm also getting, so you can see something further down the line. I'm not even getting, you know, because they showed me like a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not even getting like just the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like the tunnel is being broken fucking down, and you're going to be able to look around and see that has been dismantled around you, but you're going to have a clear straight path in front of you to walk towards the very victory that you're headed towards right now. You're going towards a victory right now. And the distractions, what represents the distractions, are all the rocks, you know, all the rubble, all the trash around you from what blew up in your life. Something blew up in your life. Something came to an abrupt end in your life, right? And maybe you've been focused on the debris in the air. You've been focused on the fire and the flames that are around you. But what God wants you to focus on is the clear path that is right in front of you. Don't look to your left. Don't look to your right. Don't worry about what he say, she say. Don't worry about that childhood trauma from your past. Don't worry about that bad breakup. Don't worry about, you know, that job. Don't worry about your home, your stability. Don't worry about your transportation. Whatever it is that you are worried about, that you are clinging to, because remember, we have the release card and the let go. We also have the listen here. You need to listen to your intuition at this time. Stop letting fear creep in. Stop letting that little devil on your shoulder nag at you and tell you that you're not enough, that you're not ready for this path that is right in front of you. There's a path right in front of you, and you're not seeing it because you focused on the smoke and everything else that's going on around you. You could be noticing there's a lot of shit coming down for people in your life that maybe you don't have contact with, you haven't talked to in a while, or you're just at a distance from. If you're the black sheep in your family, you feel like you've been that for a long time, or that you're just very different from your family. Maybe you think different. Maybe you have different spiritual beliefs, or you have different aspirations and goals. Nobody thinks like you. Nobody moves like you in your circle. It's for a reason. Okay? And also, I'm also getting, if you're in this mindset that you're not going to be, there's oops, let me slow down. Downloads coming in fast. So before I got on here, right, I was trying to put my daughter to bed. So I've been trying little shit. I've been trying different shit. So she typically watches her shows, you know, her special shows. So I said, you know, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to put on some bedtime stories for her before she goes to bed. So she's not overstimulated. She listens to something that's more soothing, more calm, right? I feel like this is going to piggyback to a message. But one of the bedtime stories was about the ugly duckling. Right now, I haven't heard this story in years, like years, probably not since I was a child. I haven't sat or listened to this story about the ugly duckling in so long. But basically, that duckling came out looking different from the rest of its siblings, right? The mama was talking down on it. She said, why are you so different? I just don't understand. Why are you so different from your brothers and sisters? Right? The duck was walking around the farm, and all the animals were laughing at the duck, bullying the duck, saying, you know, I can't be seen with you because you ugly. You an ugly duckling. You know, you look different from the other ducks. I can't be seen talking to you. This was all of the things that was happening to this duck. And this duck trying to figure out, well, why is nobody like me? Why does everybody hate me? Am I really ugly? Am I really so different? Why don't they accept me? So the duck came to the conclusion, well, damn, y'all don't fucking accept me. I'm going to walk the fuck up off this farm. Maybe I just don't belong on this land. Maybe I don't belong in this vicinity. Maybe I don't belong here on this farm. So the duck left. And when the duck left, there were hunters that came in and killed that duck's family. They came in and slaughtered that duck's family. The ugly duck didn't know this happened. The ugly duck was waiting for his family to come find him. They never came. The duck came back to the farm. Still, all of the other animals bullying him, saying, you ugly, don't talk to me. I can't be seen talking to you. Still didn't know where his family went. So the duck went off on his own journey. He traveled across the pond. I know I'm telling this story, y'all, but keep up. Listen to the context of the story, because this is a message, right? So the duck went off. He went to another pond. And in that pond, he was by himself. But the duck was fucking happy. The duck was happy to be alone, to not be teased, to not be bullied, to not be put down for being different, for looking different. You know what I'm saying? So he was in that pond by himself for a whole year. A whole year. And then one day the duck looked up and saw these beautiful white geese. Beautiful, majestic white geese flying in the sky. And he said, oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. I want to look like them one day. I want to be like them one day. I want to fly like them one day. Right? So the duck, a whole nother year goes by. By this time, the duck has gone through a winter, right? They're in a winter storm. At this point, the duck can't find food, doesn't have shelter, doesn't know how to take care of himself, right? So that duck is out in the cold suffering. No family, no friends, no nothing. It's just that duck going through the storm, right? Comes along a farmer. A farmer finds the ugly duckling and says, you know what? I'm going to take you in. I'm going to take care of you until you're big enough, you know, to be set free. I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. I got you. So that duck stays with that farmer until it is full grown. So it's no longer a baby duckling no more. It's a full grown duck. Quacking, okay? Wings wide, you know? Colors fully bloomed, you know what I'm saying? So now the farmer is like, you know what? You big enough to go back in that pond by yourself, you know? You're a full grown duck. So now the duck goes back to the pond, and the duck is looking at its reflection, and the duck don't even recognize itself. That ugly duckling doesn't even recognize itself because that duck over time was being nourished back to health. That duck over time, that farmer was pouring into that duck. That duck was getting a lot of love, respect, admiration, TLC, that duck wasn't getting back where he came from. His family abandoned him. His family shunned him because he was different, because he looked different, because he wasn't bright and yellow like the rest of his brothers and siblings. He was white and he had gray spots and an orange beak. He didn't look nothing like his siblings, right? But over time, this duck grew into a beautiful white swan to the point where he didn't even recognize his own reflection when he looked in the fucking water. He's flapping his wings and he's like, my reflection is flapping back at me. You know what I'm saying? He's extending his neck and he's like, that duck is extending its neck. Oh my gosh, that's me in that reflection. And my whole life, I've been told that I was ugly. My whole life, I've been told that I was different. My whole life, I've been told that no one would love me and accept me for me. But look at me now. I can't believe that's my reflection. Right? And he realizes in that moment when he's looking at his reflection, he's like, you know what? I look just like those fucking geese that was flying over the pond that day. I'm just as big as them. I'm just as beautiful as them. I'm just as majestic as them. Right? So this now beautiful swan that was once the ugly duck decides, you know what? I'm going to venture out. I'm going to go to another pond. He goes to another pond, again, by himself, happy as can be, beautiful as can be. And suddenly these group of other white geese come into the pond, 3 of them. And he's like, oh, he's one of us. Come on, join us. You know how ducks, when they're in the river, they line up behind each other. So he got in line with them. And he looked just like the other 3 ducks. And it was for the first time that this ugly duckling felt like he belonged somewhere. Like he had found his people. He had found his tribe. Right? After being alone, after being put down, after being bullied, after going through the fucking storm, starving, having to be nourished back to life. Because God sent that duck a provider, to support that duck in his time of need. That duck grew up to be something really beautiful, something that not even his own family could see. Because that duck never belonged to them, right? Come to find out, that duck, the only reason that duck was mixed in with that family was because when its mother hatched the egg, there were 2 nests that were sitting next to each other, right? One was a duck nest and one was a swan's nest. One of the swan eggs got mixed up in the duck's nest. So that's why he came out looking different from all the other siblings, because from birth, it was his birthright to be that beautiful, majestic swan with all of this freedom and all of this beautiful land and all of this beautiful water. And he never understood, why am I so different? Because you were always destined for more. You were always destined to be great. You were always destined to be seen, to be respected, to be admired. You know what I'm saying? So this to me is a huge message. Like when I tell y'all I was so stuck, like me and my baby was stuck watching that damn bedtime story. And like my grown ass sitting here about to cry about an ugly duckling. But that message resonated so much for me. And I'm sure it resonates with so many other people who feel like they have never been accepted their whole fucking life. You don't know why you're different, right? But it's your differences that make an impact on the world. Right? Your beauty is your beauty for a reason. And it may take you some time to discover that beauty within yourself because you never had anybody tell you how gifted you were, how beautiful you were. And I'm not just talking about physically, I'm talking about spiritually, internally. People see a light and they shun away from it. They tell you you're too good. I don't want to be around you because you're too good. The good in you makes me reflect on the bad in me. You know what I'm saying? You become a mirror. You begin to reflect the bullshit that people carry within themselves. So what they do is they try to project that back onto you, right? And because you're empathic, because you're a sensitive soul, You take on those projections, you take on those burdens, you take on those insecurities of other people. That story doesn't belong to you. That's not your story. It was never your story. From birth, it was never your story. But people wanted you to believe that. People wanted you to believe that you were ugly duckling, that nobody would ever love you, nobody would ever accept you, nobody would ever see you for who you truly are. But all you had to do was just move away. All you had to do was just go find your tribe. All you had to do was take the risk and go in a new direction. You know what I'm saying? Try something new. Go be around new people. Go try new experiences. Move out of state. Do whatever the fuck you got to do to get away from low vibrational, negative people. I almost said entities and entities that are trying to keep you from manifesting this good fortune that was rightfully yours. Not even just manifesting, but getting on the path. You have people in your life, I don't care who it is, family, friends, coworkers, I don't care who it is, lovers, that will come in, you know, and be a wolf in sheep's clothing. That was the next best bedtime story, right? Be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Pretending like they are of the light, pretending like they have the best intentions for you, pretending that they genuinely care for you and love you, but they are trying to direct you off of your true destined path. From becoming that beautiful swan in that big ass pond with all that beautiful ass land and surrounded by beautiful people just like you who validate the beauty inside of you. And in turn, you feel physically beautiful. Your actual appearance will start to change when you start getting that love of God poured into you. When you get individuals, you surround yourself with individuals that speak life into you. You surround yourself with individuals who have the same goals, visions, and missions as you. Your whole aesthetic will change. Your whole mindset will change. Your physical appearance will change. You'll start looking younger, feeling younger. You start feeling like you got more time to live because you do. Because you're getting your time back. Right? You're getting that time back. So I feel like this is the message, right? So the shift that you're feeling right now, you're going back in time. You're going back in time to claim what is rightfully yours. Because there was a lot of wasted time that passed. And you know what? What is sent to be evil, God will always turn it into good. So during that time, that wasted time, so-called, God was working on you. God was grooming you. God was giving you wisdom, knowledge, understanding through those experiences and those hardships that you went through those people who were there to diminish your spirit and your character. It built you up. It made you stronger. You know, you have more discernment now. You are in a much better position spiritually, mentally, and emotionally than you were even a year ago. Because you knew how to weather the storm. You kept your faith. You listened to your intuition. You followed your heart. And for some of you, you kept an open heart. You kept an open heart. You might have individuals in your life that are angry at you for being a good person. Angry at you because you're kind. Angry because you're loving. You know what I'm saying? But you kept an open heart. It's also a thing about mindfulness. Having mindfulness is something that I feel like is underrated. Being mindful of your own decisions and your actions, learning from your past, and knowing, okay, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to learn from that mistake and I'm going to better myself. Or I'm not going to repeat that action again because I know this is the reaction I'm going to get. Right? A lot of you developed a sense of mindfulness, a sense of discernment, a sense of wisdom as it pertains to decisions in your life. And it now has you on a new path that feels unfamiliar. It feels like unfamiliar territory. You're in a brand new pond. Okay? You're not on that farm anymore. You're not in that pond where those hunters were. You know? You're in a pond all on your own. And I feel like you're about to meet the people that are supposed to join you in those waters. You're about to meet your soul tribe. You're about to come in union with your soul tribe. So this is a message for a lot of you. You're not going to be alone for much longer. I'm just letting you know. You're not going to be alone for much longer. And you need to be taking advantage of this time right now while it's calm, while it's cool, while it's chill. Because when these individuals come into your life, things are about to move real fast. Real fast. These are individuals that are going to come in and put you onto opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have been introduced to if you had stayed stuck and stagnant around those group of people that was pretending to have the best interest at heart for you, but was really directing you in the opposite direction. Because see, what happens is universe will, to a certain degree, reveal your purpose to these individuals because it puts them on testing ground, because there needs to be an understanding. So what will happen is you will go through these tower moments with these individuals, right? God will have you revisit that old pond. God will have you revisit that old farm. You know, go back to revisit your family, right? And depending on how those individuals treat you when you go back home, it's going to determine whether they can come with you on this journey or not. This journey to success, this journey to good fortune, to good luck, to prosperity, to love. Okay? Your life is about to look like a fucking fairy tale, okay? And those motherfuckers are going to be looking at you expecting a handout, expecting you to forget all the shit that they put you through, all the projections, all the bullying, you know, all the tit for tat, all the shiesty shit, all the spiteful shit. They're going to expect you to just forget all of that. All of that. You know, when you reach the top, when you reach your success. But it's not up for you to feel obligated to help these individuals because God already called the judgment on them. These individuals will quite literally remove themselves from your life. They're not going to have a choice. You're going to have individuals that's scared to come and speak to you because they feel guilty. They're not going to have a choice but to dismiss themselves from your life because you're going to be vibrating so high. They're going to be able to see you with their physical eyes, but spiritually they don't have access to you anymore because you've gone through that door. You've gone through that door and that door is shut. Your old life, forget about it. Who you used to be, forget about it. Who you used to talk to, forget about it. It's over. I don't care if you still see these people on a day-to-day. They cannot access you spiritually. They cannot come with you where you're going. And you need to understand that. Because there's going to be people that come towards you as a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's coming. I want you to know that. But I want you to also know that you are ready. You are prepared. Your discernment is so sharp. You're going to feel these people's intentions before they even step to you. Before they open their mouth to say your name, you're going to feel their intentions towards you. And you're going to be like, nah, this don't feel right. This don't feel right. And you may start to ask questions. Right? They wasn't expecting you to ask questions. They wasn't expecting you to stand up for yourself. They wasn't expecting you to defend, you know, the things that you have worked so hard for. Because they think that you still this ugly duckling, right? Even though you look like this beautiful swan, they testing your spirit. They want to see how strong you are. But somebody's about to get a rude awakening for trying to step to you and play you like you fucking stupid. Okay? Ooh, y'all. Wow. Wow, okay. So, that could just be the overall general energy. I'm gonna have to come back and play that back. Because the way that I was deep up in there. But, I mean, it's a message for somebody. Somebody, if this could be a group of people, you may find, I'm even getting this too, you may even find this, I just got chills. There are people even in your workplace that's going to start treating you different. And that's going to be your sign that you need to get up out of there, okay? It's going to be people in your workplace that start spiting you, that start giving you the cold shoulder. Yo, I got chills running through my whole body right now. People are about to start treating you differently, and I feel tears. Like, because something really fucking amazing is getting ready to happen for you. And people can feel it. They can feel that you're on a completely different timeline than them. They can feel that you're going places. If you've been thinking about leaving that fucking job, it's time to go. It's time to go, okay? You've been having a hard time. People have been giving you a hard time. It's time to go. That's your sign right there. People start switching up, it's time to go. Because they're irritated by your light. You don't have to do nothing to these people. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to do nothing. People will just treat you differently because of the light that is within you. The beauty that is within you. The beauty that makes you different. It has nothing to do with your physical appearance. It is your spirit. Okay? Can we get another card, please? So stop taking everything so personal. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Somebody do you wrong, stop taking it personally. Somebody talk shit, stop taking it personally. Somebody sidestep you, don't take it personally. Okay? And by you staying calm in these situations, by you staying poised and graceful in these situations, it's going to make these motherfuckers sit back and think, well, damn, what the fuck is wrong with me if my shit is not working on this person? Right? I'm hearing coward. You're going to feel cowardly in your energy. You're going to make them feel small. And for some of y'all, that might piss some people off. But stay calm. Stay calm. Your energy is going to speak for you. Your approach to the situation is going to speak for you. You may not even have to say a word is what I'm getting for y'all. You're not going to have to say a word. When I tell you the universe has your fucking back, something's already being set up. Look, surrender. You're not going to have to say a fucking word to these people. Because the universe has your fucking back. These people are going to have no choice but to shut the fuck up and give you the respect that you deserve, okay? We have resolution. It's already been taken care of. Whatever it is that you're worrying about right now is already taken care of. I don't care what it is that you're stressed out about. It's taken care of, okay? We have choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition. That's what I've said in the beginning. Listen to your intuition. I don't care what type of destruction and bullshit is going on around you. I don't care if it's people dying left and right. You know, I don't care if you barely got groceries in your fridge or $1 to your fucking name. Stay faithful. Keep the faith. Keep the faith and keep your heart open. And keep focusing on this vision that God is giving you, okay? Focus on what's in front of you, not what's around you. Hold on. My nails. Okay, change. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you have become or who you're becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. This is what I'm saying. That old you, forget about it. Okay? All those insecurities, forget about it. These are things that are going to be coming to the surface of your mind, things that you have already healed from. Brush that shit off and keep it pushing, okay? That's what they're saying to you. Keep it fucking pushing. You're not that person anymore. You are so much stronger. You are so much stronger now than ever. You're probably the strongest you've ever been in your fucking life right here, right now, because of the very people that try to tear you down, including yourself. Sometimes we're our worst enemy as well. But I feel like you've been fighting off that voice that has been trying to tell you that you're the same. You're not. I'm here to tell you, you're not the same. Your life will never look the fucking same, okay? Something's coming in the month of June that's going to validate this entire message for you, okay? And don't come running back to me saying, oh my God, you were right and this happened. Yeah, okay? Look what flew over there. Receive. A huge blessing is getting ready to come in for you. It's going to be like all of that shit from your past never fucking happened. It's going to be like it never fucking happened because of this new reality that's coming in for you, because the universe is getting ready to bless you for being patient, for remaining calm, for remaining graceful, for remaining dedicated to this path. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't give up on yourself. And you're about to be rewarded for that, okay? You're about to be rewarded for that. Look, miracles. You're about to be rewarded for that. All right? We have you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them, okay? So make sure you're maintaining a spirit of gratitude. Even if you are going through something, just know that you're not alone. You have the presence card here, right? Your spirit family is surrounding you at this time, giving you the reassurance that you need, okay? There's a need for you to also try to sit in silence and check in with them. Check in with them because they may have a lot of wisdom to pour into you. I said earlier, you're going to receive a download here. God could be giving you a blueprint to help you out of your situation, or just look, focus. They need you to focus right now. Block out the distractions, okay? Look, it said, we're ready, so let's go. Listen, it's time to fucking go, okay? I hope you packed your fucking bags. I hope you got your passport tickets and all of that shit together, because wherever you going, it's not a lot of people that can come with you. I'm just letting you know. You might be alone for a little bit, but you're not gonna be alone. Not entirely. Physically, maybe, okay? Depending on who's able to come with you on this train ride. But spiritually, you got a whole army of people backing you up. You got a whole army of ancestors that stand behind you on whatever this mission is that God is presenting to you at this time. It could be a creative ability, a gift, a talent, something that you could turn into a business and make millions of fucking dollars, right? It's something that nobody can take away from you because it comes from you. It's within you. Nobody can copy it. Nobody can steal it from you because it's from you. Only you can do this. Hold on. Can skip these damn ads. But yeah, it's time for you to tap in. Check in with your higher self. Sit down. Meditate. If you can't meditate, sit in fucking silence. Turn everything off and just be quiet and listen. Listen. Right? And you'll be able to discern your ego, that voice of fear, versus your higher self trying to talk to you. Your higher self gonna talk to you like a best friend. It's not gonna be aggressive. It's not gonna be mean. It's not gonna be loud. They're gonna talk to you like a gentle confidant, a counselor, a mentor. They're gonna keep it real with you, okay? And not in a harsh way. But they're going to illuminate to you the things that have changed within you and the things that you could work on to get you to where you need to be, okay? Because you got to remember, the wisdom is already within us. We gain that wisdom through the experiences that we live here on earth. You know, it's not always something that you're going to read in a book. It's through experience. And sometimes if you just sit with that voice, you just sit with your higher self, you just sit with God, He will reflect back to you what you learned. If you didn't get the picture back then, if you sit long enough with Him, He gonna talk to you. He gonna spit some games to you. He gonna put you onto some shit that you didn't know you knew. You didn't know you knew because you've been on this hamster wheel. You've just been focused on surviving, never taking the time to live, to be still, to be present, okay? Take time out of your day to be still and be present with God. It makes a world of a difference, okay? Nobody said you got to get down on your knees and fucking pray and put your hands together and sing to the heavens. Nobody's asking you to do that. They're just asking you to sit down and be quiet and listen to your heart, okay? And I know that sounds fucking cheesy, but it's real. The desires of your heart are waiting for you to receive them. And the only way you're going to receive them is by being present and being still and focusing on your heart space. What do you want? What do you want? Not what you need or what you think is going to be pleasing to other people, what you think is going to give you the most status, the most clout. What do you want? Okay? I'm not talking about the highest paying salary, because what you want might not have a salary to it. What you want, you might want to work for yourself. You might want to build a business for yourself. You might want to start a nonprofit. You know, you might want to do something for the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you, you're not going to be working for nobody. You're going to be working for yourself, and you're going to be doing the work of God. You're going to be pouring into communities of people, telling your story. Your story, not the stories that other people project on you. Okay? But it's time to sit down and get real about where you want to be further down the line. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to become? For a moment, just say fuck this practical shit and daydream. Be dreamy. Be childlike. Allow your imagination to explore. Tap into your inner child and ask your inner child, who do I want to be? I have limitless possibilities. Limitless. I have no limits in life. And I have so much life to live. Okay? This is also a time where you need to start valuing your time. When you start valuing the time that you have, the universe will pay you back in time. Remember when I said you might start looking younger and shit? Yeah. You're going to get back your time because you're valuing that time. You're taking advantage of the time that you have to make something of yourself, to become better, right? Every day is an opportunity to show up as your best self, right? But are you taking advantage of that time? Like getting up earlier in the morning, not rushing into your day, being intentional about sitting with God in the morning. What do you need me to do today? How can I show up and inspire today? What is it that you need me to learn or pay attention to today? Take time to map out your day, because you never know how God is going to use you, right? A lot of us are just working on autopilot, just trying to get to the next day, trying to get to the next dollar. And God has been trying to speak to you this whole time, telling you, you don't have to work that fucking hard. I got you. I just need you to listen. Fuck what the next person is going to think about you. I don't care if you look crazy, if you look foolish, if you look stupid, if you look naive. Fuck them and their opinion, and listen to my instructions. I got you. Okay? So that's a message for somebody. Oh no. Somebody's spirit team been trying to get through to somebody, yo. Somebody could just be gifted as fuck. And they not like capitalizing off of that shit. You sitting on $1 million business. And it's within you. The answer is within you. You have the fucking key. Ain't nobody else gonna give this shit to you but you. You're responsible for your life. That's it. When you come to that realization, that conclusion, that's when shit will start moving for you, because you're going to take affirmative action to make it happen. Okay? And God gonna meet you halfway. God is gonna meet you where you are. I don't care if you don't have a fucking pot to piss in. If you get up and you decide, you know what? Instead of me focusing on pleasing these motherfuckers at my job that never think that I'm enough or that I'm doing enough, I'm going to take time. I'm going to portion out a time in my day, a select window of time in my day to dedicate to this creative project, to this startup business, to writing that book, or starting this seminar, this webinar, where I preach and I talk to people about God. Some of y'all are spiritual teachers. You know what I'm saying? There's a word that's within you that a lot of people are waiting to hear. A lot of people are waiting to hear your voice. And simple, your voice might be the $1 million fucking business. Hello? Your voice. Some of y'all is just that simple. Use your voice, okay? Tell your story. And it might not be quite literally you telling your fucking story about the struggle that you went through or whatever, but it's the wisdom that is going to be coming through you. People are going to believe what you have to say because you're going to speak with so much conviction that people are going to know that person came up out of something. I can trust them because I can tell that they've been through something. They may not be telling me what they've been through. I may not know a whole lot about them, but that is somebody that I can fucking trust with my life. I can take their advice. I can take their wise counsel, and I can go and become something better, right? It's realizing that you are the gift that keeps on giving. And it might just be something simple as your fucking voice. I don't care if you're walking down the street and you see a complete fucking stranger. You might not know that that person was thinking about taking a fucking life that day. And because you complimented to me, you said something, yo, I'm getting emotional. Because you poured into that person, you saved their fucking life. It might just be your voice. And because you did that act of kindness, God comes in and blesses you with a fucking miracle out of this world. Sometimes it's simple stuff like that. You might be getting tested by the universe and you don't even fucking know it. Simple shit. Y'all, I'm gonna give you an example. Just the other fucking day, yo, I'm driving home. Now, when I drive home, it's two ways that I could take. I can either jump on the highway or I can drive through the hood, through the projects to get home. You know, I usually pay attention to my intuition. You know, I'm very clairaudient. So anytime I'm getting on the path to go home, I ask them, what direction do you want me to go in? Right? This specific time, they told me to go straight. Going straight means going through the projects to get home. Okay? That's a part of my path to get home. I have to pass through the hood. Right? So I'm pulling up. I'm at this light. I'm like, all right, y'all told me to come through. Tell me why this kid, he's circling my car on a bike. Circling my car on the bike. He sees me before I see him. But then when I see him, you know, I'm watching my surroundings because I got my baby in the car. You know, you can't trust nobody. Not even a fucking kid sometimes. He pulls up to the left of me. And I see him in my peripheral vision just sitting there. And my spirit guide said, look. And I look. And he said, can you roll your window down, please? And he said, do you have $1? And I didn't fucking hesitate. I didn't hesitate to give this little boy not $1. I gave him $10. I gave him $10. The light was getting ready to fucking change. I'm like scrambling in my bag to give this man, it was a little boy. But this is what I'm saying. God will come in the version of man, human, will come down in spirit into somebody's body to test you, to test your morale. I don't care what kind of mindset I was in that moment. Nothing mattered to me but to make sure that little boy was okay. That could have been my last fucking $10. It wouldn't have mattered to me. I just gave it to him. I didn't think twice about it. Hear them sirens? But it be shit like that. It be shit like that. God will come in and test you. And it be them small acts of kindness. And then you realize later down the line, years down the line, all this good luck and all this good fortune coming in for you. Because those little acts of kindness add up. They add up. In the universe's book, that shit adds up. Right? Just like karma adds up, acts of kindness adds up. How you react in situations like that, they're taking note of that. Okay? You'd be surprised. Little situations like that will grant you access to doors you didn't know you were capable of reaching, of walking through. You end up being in rooms with high-ranking official people, people that start to know your name, people who feel like they've known you for years and you've never met them a day in your fucking life. Is because you're meeting new soul tribe members that match your vibration. These are individuals that are going to come in and put you in position to win because you have a heart of fucking gold. So I need you to stop worrying about your current position. Stop looking at what's around you and look straight ahead, okay? Focus on the goal. Focus on the mission. Focus on that creative project. Focus on grooming yourself. Get prepared. Get ready for this miracle that God is bringing in for you. For some of you, if you've been alone for a very long time, this could be a fucking soulmate coming in for you. That's going to carry some of that burden. That's going to lift that shit up off of you. That's going to validate the beautiful person that you are inside and out. That's going to love and respect you for who you are and what you do. And you have to know that you are worthy of that type of love, of that type of commitment. Okay? Maybe you're not used to being picked. Maybe you're not used to being loved on. You're not used to compliments. Oh shit, what the hell was that? You see, that shit scared the fuck out of me. What was that, y'all? Oh, we got these motherfuckers shaking. The devil is motherfucking shaking, okay? Listen. You are something fucking special, okay? You are something fucking special. I'm really curious what the fuck that was that fell. I can't even think of like what that could have possibly been, but whatever. But this message is for somebody, yo. You are literally a fucking earth angel. And I feel like no one has ever validated that for you. You've had to validate yourself your whole fucking life. Okay? Let me see. What else can we get on this? Let me see. Let me get some wisdom cards on this. This is a beautiful message, y'all. I love this. I fucking love this. Y'all heard? I'm like, what the fuck was that? It actually shook me. I was like, ooh, shooketh. Shooketh. I was deep off in that message, y'all. Now watch it be some stupid shit. Some shit that wouldn't normally fucking fall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, I put everything back in its fucking place. So I don't know what that could have been. But we have message in the bottle. We have time for a nap. We have mending. I'm getting some of y'all might want to play some lottery numbers or something. Or you could be winning some sort of prize, award, recognition. And whatever this is going to mend something in your life here. It's like it's going to finally close out a chapter of your life where maybe you were in survival mode. You know? I feel like you were constantly fighting for the things that you wanted and desired. But it's over. That's over and done with. That's being put to rest here, okay? And you can trust what's coming in, which is a new life. You have a whole new life coming in for you. Right? You have building blocks. You're about to be working with God on creating something that is going to change your life and the life of others, okay? This is going to be something really freaking impactful and beautiful. You're going to be well known for this, okay? We have come to the edge, right? It may require you to jump off the fucking porch, okay? You're going to have to take a risk in a new direction. For some of you, this might require you actually up and relocate, right? So that you can be in position to meet certain individuals who are supposed to assist you with this mission. Okay? You need to take a risk here. And you're being given ample time to make a decision. You have by the book, We have serendipity. You see that good fortune and good luck, right? You're going away from doing things by the book, and you might be stepping into a timeline where you're doing things very like unconventional. Shit that looks scary to other people, right? You're going to have individuals telling you like, are you sure you want to do that? I think you should rethink that. No. Stay focused, okay? God told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. Right? And you're going to know it's from the divine because it's coming from your heart space. Everything in your body is going to be pushing you towards this direction, okay? That's how you're going to know this is for you. We have Treasure Island, right? But that treasure box opening up with all of those hearts, to me, that symbolizes you. You're being cracked open. God is cracking you open and revealing all of this light that has been trapped within you. You know, maybe this light that you've been hiding for so long. Afraid of what people will think of you. How people will treat you. But it feels like something is going to turn out so much better than you expected. And you're about to be surrounded by a lot of love and support. A lot of it. Okay? We have fork in the road. We have deep knowing. This goes back to what I was saying. You don't have individuals trying to confuse you, right? But you have a deep knowing that this path is for you. You have a deep knowing that this is what you love. This is who you love. This is the life that you want to create for yourself. You know? For some of you, I'm getting, you may be stepping down in a position. Some of you may be stepping down in a position. You might take a job offer that's for less pay, right? But something's going to come in and supplement your income, and that may be a business, a gig, or something like that. Some of you might be getting two opportunities coming towards you. This could be 2 jobs, or this could be a lover and a job. This could be a new home and a job. But something is coming in 2 times for you. Almost like back to back. Something's happening back to back for you. And it's going to happen fast. But it required you to release something that you were attached to. Something that was attached to an old version of you. You know what that is. Because whatever it is, it's been causing you a lot of stress. Okay? We have no place like home. Like I said, this might call you to relocate. You might be moving, quite literally. And if this is not you moving physically, then you're leveling up spiritually here. You're on a new timeline. You're on a different timeline than the people around you. They think they're on your level, but they're not. You just seeing through the veil. You're seeing them through the veil. And they don't realize that you're on the other fucking side. They're still in darkness. But what you're walking in, you're on this path to actually experiencing, touching, feeling something tangible that is like heaven on fucking earth for you. Something that really inspires you, something that lights you up, something that you're passionate about. And this is going to be the energy that you're going to walk in for the rest of your life is what I'm getting. This is going to follow you for the rest of your life. This is going to be like a sense of security for you for the rest of your life. Even if it's just security within yourself, that is enough to take you to far further places than where you've come from. When people tried to paint you out to be broken, lost, you know, confused, weird, strange, deranged. All the names in the fucking book, right? But you know who you are. We have there and now, past and future. It's almost like there's like a coming together here. Like you're sitting in the middle, and it's almost like you're watching God take pieces of your past and pieces of your future. And it's like I'm seeing like puzzle pieces floating in the air, and then they're being placed down in front of you, right? And you're seeing this picture come together as these pieces settle into place. And that is that moment, that Eureka moment where you're like, oh my gosh, this is how I'm going to change my fucking life. And you're going to know exactly what you need to do, how to do it, and you're going to act on it. And it's a need for you to stay focused, okay? So this is why, like, they telling you, appreciate the calm right now. Because shit is about to pick up real fast for you. And whatever this is, you're going to be so locked in on it that you might have some people feeling some type of way. They might feel like you faking on them. They might feel like you being weird, you being shady. You don't want to hang out with them no more. You don't want to do what you used to do. You acting different. You switching up. No, you focused. It's a difference. You focused. Okay? And if these people can't respect your hustle, then that just tells you that they can't come with you on this journey, and you need to cut communication with them, fall back, you know, or place these people in a box like they tried to place you in a motherfucking box, okay? I can only hang out with you on these fucking occasions, okay? I only got this amount of time to talk to you, right? You end up being on the phone. You got some individuals that try to hold you up. They try to hold you up, try to drag out the conversation. You on the phone for hours, right? Those are hours that went by. You could have been dedicating to yourself, dedicating to this craft of yours, dedicating to this project that God needed you to work on. That's a distraction. Cut that shit. Dead that shit. Oh, I gotta go. I got something to take care of. I'll talk to you later. Click. Clear up the distractions. Recognize the distraction when they come in, okay? Focus. We have peace. Yeah, there's a need for you to protect your peace at this time as well. People coming to you with their props. You're going to notice all of this shit, okay? You're going to have people coming in, venting to you, dumping on you. You know, they want a response out of you. Either they want a reaction out of you, or they want you to give them some sort of life advice or some shit. Like you just Dr. Phil sitting up here or some shit. And it's like, I don't have fucking time for this, okay? I don't have time for this. I got shit to do, okay? I need you to get your shit together. I'm over here getting my shit together. I need you to get your shit together, okay? And we can revisit this conversation later. But I'm not trying to be in this sappy, sobby ass motherfucking energy. I'm not there no more, okay? I don't even have the capacity to hold that type of shit no more because my energy is so light, right? Some of y'all might be feeling lighter in your body. You might notice that you're losing fucking weight. You're not working out. You didn't change up your diet or nothing, but for some reason you just dropping inches because you've stepped into your light body. You've stepped into your God body, okay? And because you're in your God body, now God can use you because you're operating from Christ consciousness, okay? Christ consciousness affects the collective, okay? Christ consciousness inspires. Christ consciousness, that's the type of consciousness you operate out of when you're trying to leave a legacy behind. You know? Some of y'all are going to be quite literal legends one day. Legends one day. You're going to be known for something worldwide. So if you had to decide right here, right now, what do I want to be known for? What mark do I want to leave on this world? It doesn't have to be nothing huge. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be small. It might just be, okay, what mark do I want to leave on my family? On the people closest to me? What do I want to be known for? What do I want to be remembered as? And who? Who do I want to be remembered as? All right, take the time to think about that. Because you need to know that your life matters. That you matter. That you are needed in this world. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here if you weren't needed, okay? So stop thinking, believing, or telling yourself that you're worthless, okay? That you're meant to live some mundane fucking life, and the whole time you're supposed to be a fucking superstar. Whole time you're supposed to inspire so many people with your gifts, with your talents, your abilities, with your presence. You know, sometimes your presence is enough. But people will never tell you that. People will never tell you how special you are. Right? So some of you, you've had to lean into your spirituality. You've had to lean deeper into, you know, getting to know yourself on a deeper level, getting to know God on a deeper level, because you're like, this doesn't make sense. You know, just like the ugly duckling. Like his whole family, the people on that farm were telling him, you ugly. Like, I can't sit with you. You can't sit with me. You know, I can't be seen talking to you. You different. You weird. You don't belong here. But they were right. That duck didn't fucking belong there. And never did. They came from a completely different nest. And turns out he became more beautiful than all of the motherfuckers that he left behind. Okay? So this is calling you to find your tribe. You know, don't be afraid to try new things, try new experiences, meet new people, put yourself out there. Okay? Stop staying cooped up in this fucking nest, in this fucking box, in this bubble. Allow yourself to expand consciously. Okay? Because the more you know, the more you know. The more you know, the more you know. Right? And the more you know, the more you can teach others. That's what a legacy is. Something that you can carry on. You can pass down. Okay? All right, let me get a timing oracle on this. Let's get a timing. Timing on when this miracle is coming in for the collective. Because they're already caught up in it, is what I'm getting. You're already caught up in the midst of it. You're in the midst of it. But you may be feeling it spiritually, but maybe it's not tangible just yet. So let's see, when will tangible results come in for the collective? Can we get a timing on that, please? Tangible results. It says next couple of years. Timing is much farther in the future. Okay, so this is something that is going to require time. Remember I said you need to value time, right? And in you valuing that time, you're going to get that time back. So don't worry about how much time you're going to have to put into something, right? It's like you're already putting yourself down before you've even started. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to take so long. Or I'm going to have to put in so much work. And I'm going to have to show up for this. And I'm going to have to sacrifice this. Forget about that and just show up. Just do it. Enjoy it while you're doing it as well. Drop your expectations, okay? Whatever this is that you're going to be beginning, drop all expectations and just be in the flow with it, okay? You know, this may even be what you're telling yourself. This could be the illusion right here. This could be the illusion. You might think that something's going to take a long ass time to come in for you. And it's not, right? And maybe this is why they're telling you, drop the expectations. Don't put a timing on your success. Stop looking at your age, you know, as a means of determining how worthy you are. Nobody cares. You could start at 25. You could start at 60. You could start at 85. Shit, you could have started when you was 2 years old. It really, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's moment when they wake up to who they truly are, it happens at different points on different timelines of their life, okay? And I feel like you are approaching that checkpoint in your life. Remember we saw that check-in card? You're approaching a checkpoint in your life where you're about to have that Eureka moment and you realize, this is what I want to do for the rest of my fucking life. And I don't care how batshit crazy I look doing it. I'm going to keep showing up for it because I can see, because God has shown me what this can become. And it might just be a few months, You thinking it's gonna take years to build. It might just be a few months of you just showing up for this thing, or even just showing up for yourself. And you experience the biggest transformation of your life. Some of you, this could have to do with like weight loss. You might dedicate yourself or commit yourself to a new lifestyle for a couple months, right? And in them couple months, you're going to be able to look back at yourself like, God damn, I'm fine. When the fuck did I become this fine? As you're in it, you don't see it. As you're in it, you don't see it. This is why they say take before and after pictures, right? Because as you're going through it, you don't see the progress. You don't see you losing weight. You might see you gaining weight on a scale, but you losing inches off your body. You losing body fat and you gaining muscle, and you looking at the scale like, why am I not losing weight? You're transforming, you're shape shifting into a better version of yourself. Stop focusing on the number. Okay? Some of y'all could quite literally be getting on like a health journey or something. And this health journey is going to be something you can like pass down to others. You can teach others. You can put other people on. Like, this is how I achieved my body goals within X amount of time. But the thing is, it's not going to be forced, okay? It's not going to be forced. It's going to happen naturally just because you decided to commit to it. And it could be the smallest change, y'all. I'm not saying you got to, go hard in the motherfucking gym and shit like that. It might just be you decided to walk for 30 minutes every day. In them 30-minute walks, you might not see it yourself, because you focused on the number on the scale. But if you look back, you look at a before picture, you look at a picture of yourself today, you look different. You look better. You feel better. You are better because of this one change that you made in your life. You might decide, okay, I'm just going to cut out dairy for X amount of time. Right? Some of you might have issues with your skin, and you're not realizing it's because you're consuming dairy. Cut out the dairy. Take a before and after picture. Take a picture right now and take another picture in 3 months. There was your problem. You came up with a solution to your problem right there. And guess what? This solution to your problem is the solution to millions of other people who got the same fucking problem. And you have a formula for it because it worked for you. Because the gift is within you. You have the answer. You have the key. Okay? And those are just examples, but I mean, that could quite literally be what y'all going through, what you're being called to do at this time. You'd be surprised how people's life just fucking change. And they weren't even trying. They weren't even trying. It's like I be looking at this shit on fucking social media and TikTok and shit, and it's like you could show up and like be like maybe you like an impactful fucking speaker or some shit, and that shit might get a little bit of views, but then it's somebody doing some stupid retarded ass shit, some dumb shit, and that shit get millions of fucking views, and it's like because they weren't fucking trying. They weren't trying. They were just being themselves. That could be a big thing too. Like, be yourself. Be your authentic self. No matter how weird it feels. People might perceive you as like, stern or, what's the word I'm looking for? Conservative, but you might actually be very goofy, very silly, very playful. Very expressive, very creative. And maybe you don't show that to people. Or you feel like, only certain people get access to that. Stop doing that, okay? Show up as yourself in every room that you step in. Where it's appropriate, of course, because there's a time and place for everything, right? Especially if you're in a work situation, don't be showing your ass at work, okay? It's a time and place for everything. But I'm saying, like, as far as putting yourself out there, if this has something to do with social media, show up as yourself. And just see what happens. See what happens. Your whole fucking life might change overnight. Right? But you looking at this dream, this aspiration as like out of reach. or so far off in the future, or it's going to take so much time. No. God is just asking you to show up. That's it. And he got the rest. He got the rest. We have July. As I'm picking up the cards, it says July. Right? We have July coming up. We have There Is No More Time. So this is around the corner. This is around the corner. In 9 months from now, your whole life is going to look fucking different. But it's because you decided to show up, okay? It says, not in this lifetime. We have it's in the future. Can you get one more, please? The time is now, okay? So that not in this lifetime card to me symbolizes that you're clearing out the old to bring in the new, okay? This clarifies again, look, it's in the past. You're clearing out the old to bring in the new. You're on a new timeline, and it's time for you to start believing that. Even if you can't fucking see it yet, you need to believe that you are worthy of good things. And that energy alone is going to set you up for success, okay? You need to actually reflect. Take time to sit back and reflect on where you've been, where you are today, and who you intend on becoming. But first start with where you are today versus where you used to be. And take time to actually show gratitude towards yourself, okay? Yes, to the universe, you know, because they always got your back. But give thanks to yourself. Love on yourself a little bit more. Right? Tell yourself, I did that shit, okay? I got through that motherfucking storm. I held my motherfucking head high. I did that, okay? Even the small accomplishments. Don't take those for granted, okay? Pour back in yourself. Speak life over yourself. Affirm yourself, okay? Start saying your affirmations and stuff like that in the morning as well, and also before you go to bed. It makes a world of a difference. You'd be surprised the shit that your mind collects subconsciously. My ears just started fucking ringing. Oh my gosh. It's time, y'all. It's time. It's time. And if you decide to stay stuck and stagnant in this old belief system about yourself and what you deserve of and all that, what you not deserve, that's on you. That's on you, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave that message there. I'm going to leave that message there. I hope it inspired somebody. I know it had to be for somebody here. It had to be. Because that was coming through me too strong. Too strong. What time is it? It's 10:30. Who is in the chat? Who in the chat right now? I got time to do one reading. I could do one. And then we going to bed. Is Diamond still here? Because the way they had me just scratch out them other names. And your name is left here on this list. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know. There's Diamond in the chat. Apparently your people want to talk to you. Oh shit. I need to get me a coaster. You know, I actually do have a coaster. I'm just not fucking using it. See, this that bullshit. This is what I be talking about. Motherfuckers be having resources. They don't be using the shit. I got the shit sitting behind my damn computer. Look at that. Coaster. Voila. Better get my desk wet. Alright, y'all. Diamond's not in the chat. Then I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I love you guys so much. Thank you to everybody that was hanging out with me and just listening. You know, I appreciate you so very much. I will be listing my information in the description box below once I get off of here. I'll make sure everything is there for you if you need to reach out to me. Even if it's not just like for a reading or something, you just, you know, need somebody to talk to. I'm here. I'm here. Okay? That's what I do. All right? So if you, you know, anything, feel free to reach out to me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for those of you who do want a personal reading, you know, you want deeper insight into your own personal issues and things that you got going on, you want to hear from your spirit guides and stuff like that, you can reach out to me for a personal reading as well. And I will give you all of my prices and ways that you can book with me, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you anybody who's new that came in. Welcome to the tribe, okay? And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified when I get back on live. Okay, I'm typically on live more, you know, like I do more lives than I do actual videos because I just enjoy connecting with people, you know, in that way. So you subscribe to me, you will get notifications on when I go live, and you may get the opportunity to get a free reading from me as well, okay? Love you guys. Good night. Get some good rest. I most likely will be back on here tomorrow, but if not, I'll let you guys know in the community board. Bye, y'all.